I've been playing video games all my life. The Atari and Sega Mastercraft were my first introductions at a friend's house. But on my 6th birthday, my mother gifted me the NES, and I've never been the same since. I've seen titans rise and fall in gaming, but Call of Duty is unique. Stated frankly, Call of Duty is huge. Almost monstrously so. Back in my day, gaming wasn't trendy. We were nerds back then, and the term nerd wasn't trendy either. It was derogatory, I can assure you. I can remember how shocked I was while working at GameStop when I saw a jock step in to buy a game. All of that to say, gaming was a bit of a niche back then. Not a small niche by any means, but not as sociably acceptable as it is now. Forward to today, you have Call of Duty, a game so popular, your grandma probably plays it. She might even have a few bundles. A franchise that has surpassed every other gaming franchise that I can think of. Not in terms of quality, mind you, but in terms of sheer momentum. But in regards to that topic of quality, I want to give credit where credit is due. As someone who has played all of them extensively, bar the latest entry, I can safely say Call of Duty is generally a AAA product. Clearly, some are better than others, no denying that, but there is an undeniable quality that is present. It's always been present in Call of Duty. Infinite Warfare, for all the hate it received, was actually exceptional. The campaign was epic, the characters were great, and the spectacle of it all was a sight to behold. Peace to the fallen, to those who know. Anyone who played it can attest to the care and quality on display in that game. That's one example, but as I said, generally speaking, the production value of Call of Duty each year is high. Acting, the voice work, the motion capture, the sound, the music, it's all good. It's all AAA. There's a reason Call of Duty is the monstrosity it is today. Millions of people play it each year. I know, personally, plenty of individuals that exclusively play Call of Duty. Which, as a longtime gamer, that's kind of odd to me. Growing up, I can't remember anyone playing a single franchise to the exclusion of everything else. I never knew anyone who only played Mario Brothers, or only played Turok, or only played Medal of Honor, or only played Halo. Which is why Call of Duty stands as this oddity in my mind. A franchise so consuming that it encompasses the entirety of what gaming is for some people. Which brings us to this year's release, Modern Warfare 3. What a joke. Now there's been enough videos made detailing its short, abysmal campaign, half of which is some rehashed Warzone missions. Its paltry narrative, especially compared to earlier titles, provides all the metric you need to see how far this franchise has fallen, and how this company takes their customer base for granted. I said earlier, I've seen titans rise and fall. Medal of Honor was a titan. I played the original on the PS1 when it released, and it easily set the bar for all others to ascend to, hence the myriad of World War II clones that proceeded afterwards. That rose and fell. Halo was a titan. I remember when it came out. Back then, all of us GameStop employees would meet up on the weekends to have 16-player LAN parties. Halo rose to incredible heights, but it fell. And for years, I've been wondering what would be the silver bullet to topple Call of Duty. And the answer I'm left with is Call of Duty itself. Back in those early days of gaming that I experienced, there was an inherent passion in gaming, a constant push to innovate, to expand the medium, to challenge the perceptions of the public. Back then, it felt like every new game was trying to outdo what came before. It was a wonderful time to be a nerd. For years, the AAA space has left me bemused. The only standouts for quality have been mainly narrative titles like Sony's Ghost of Tsushima and The Witcher 3 and whatnot. If you're looking for passion and innovation in gaming, I would suggest indies, and I would highly suggest VR. There's something intangible and yet undeniable about a small team of passionate developers bucking the trend and trying to carve out their place in the industry. VR in particular has revitalized my love for gaming. It feels like I've returned to the days of my youth. Give me innovation, give me experimentation, and take this AAA dog water elsewhere.